Hey there everyone, my name is Rachel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you are new, warm welcome. And if you care to comment, share, and subscribe, thanks so much. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate you if you're new and coming in here. Lately, I have been, asked to do a video on skincare, so I guess we're going to do that today. I do have some items that I left in the bathroom, but those are items that generally stay there. So, I will just try to, in a nutshell, just give you an idea of, skincare that I grew up with and how it has changed since then. I grew up in the late 70s, 80s into the 90s, into the early 90s, because that's when I was graduating from high school. I have noticed, just looking at how my mom would take care of her skin, when I was 10 or 11, in that time frame, that would have been in the early 80s, as I was, getting out of, that weird little awkward time between 6 and 7, and then, getting through to 8 to 10, into 5th grade, when I'm just starting to get kind of somewhat interested in, taking care of my face. I believe when I was maybe 12 or 13, and this is sometime later when I was into junior high, my mom took me to a dermatologist and eventually to an esthetician to figure out my skin and its issues and everything. I'm what they call a dry sensitive, and yeah, I realized, when I was younger that, I think if I did have any oily skin, it would have been in my T-zone, because during the summer I would definitely sweat, and I'm starting to realize, this is kind of gross, I don't like the idea, but it's better to go to a dermatologist to get a load of your issues, if you're breaking out considerably. A lot of times if it's, something in your diet or in your genetics or even in your internal health, it always starts on the inside, could have a lot to do with predisposed genetics. Some people, just have a really, really hard time, with that awkward stage in their life, where they're having a really, really difficult time trying to get rid of acne and the acne scars. Thankfully, I did not have a huge problem with that. I saw my skin as I got older, it started clearing. When you have an influx of tons of estrogen, and when you're a female, you have a ton of that, during your monthly, you might start seeing little flamers pop up on your face. Men probably know about this because, especially if they're married or have, significant girlfriends or whatever, they notice, oh, this is her time of the month, she's got some spots on her face, I can just deal with it. It's some men can be really insensitive, but some men, won't even consider calling attention to it. A lot of times it has to do with what you're putting in your body. It's you want to make sure that you're staying hydrated, of course. Hydration has a lot to do with your with some skin issues, especially if you have drier skin. I'm trying to get off the soda. This is tea. nowadays, since we're like into the 2000s, we've, seen, some different things through like the 1990s, that were like a little less than desired. We saw a lot of the salicylic acid. There's a lot of, like stuff in like the face care that can really, really like hurt your skin. I took a very sensitive, really bad reaction to salicylic acid. Created a lot of scarring like through here. It was terrible, and I never want to use anything with salicylic acid in it ever again. I don't think I will need it because I very rarely break out anymore. Sometimes, and it's depending on the person, of course, sometimes, as you get older, you can see your skin clearing. Sometimes it could be the opposite. I'm gonna put the makeup away since we're not, doing a makeup video today. We're gonna talk more about, good proper skincare. And I believe, and I'm not gonna say I think, because that's a concept, you have in your head, and, not something that you actually, when you say I think, that's something that you have in your head, and that's something, that is, you're more, thinking to yourself that only you know, that this could be. But, when you say I believe, it's a little bit different. So that way you're kind of, giving somebody, advice on something. It's like, instead of saying, I think your problem is, you could say, I believe your problem is. And it could be believed a little bit better if you say, I believe. It sounds a little bit better. And it sounds more professional. I mean, I'm not a professional at this. I'm just going by, experiences that I have had. I see my daughter go through it as well. I have noticed, that she has beautiful skin. She does, but she does have her little skin issues. She has dry, sensitive skin like mine. And I get that from my mother's side of the family, I believe. It's kind of crazy. I get a lot of stuff from my mom's side of the family, definitely the skin issues, because my grandfather had psoriasis, and also, I believe, some kind of eczema related stuff. It's nasty stuff. A lot of people say it's autoimmune. A lot of people say that it could be stress related. Had to think there for a second, because I have not had any kind of issues with my hands like for a really long time, and I'm finally glad, that I found, the stuff that I needed to get rid of it. My skin is very sensitive to industrial grade or restaurant grade soaps. They have a lot of stuff in there that is just very, very bad for your skin. And now with COVID out there, it's like, you have to like wash your hands a lot, and it's just, I mean, it's still out there. People are still, like washing their hands a lot. And, when you go to do your makeup, make sure your hands are, washed, and even, go as far as doing some sanitizer. I've got the soap box. The 70% alcohol is good enough for me. It kills 99% germs, and it is best to make sure that your hands are clean and sanitized before you even touch new makeup, because it's better if you're especially touching this area, like around your mouth, around your eyes, around viscous areas, where any virus can get in. Apparently that's what they say. So, even if vitamins play like a really, really good part of, you know, good health for your skin. Skin, hair, and nails. Take your biotin. I believe also I have heard niacinamide, I think it is really good for that as well. Really, really good for strength of the hair. So if you're looking to get that radiant glow back, you know, to get some, you know, firmness back in your skin, take either the biotin or the niacinamide. If you'd rather, you know, take, you know, like a multivitamin, you know, it just starts with, you know, starts in here. Make sure you're healthy on the inside, because it'll show on the outside. Collagen, you can take it internally. I've noticed, you know, there's a lot of that, you know, on the market right now. That you can do a lot of, you know, collagen based stuff. There are like collagen drinks that you can drink now that's really, really good. I've been using, it's a refreshing spray. It's a collagen rose water. It's a plump and glow facial mist. It will instantly revive dry, lackluster skin. It just really gives a nice hydration to the skin, and I use it every single time I put makeup on my face, or even just, you know, over a regimen that I do at night. There's a lot of this on the market as well. The hyaluronic acids. This is a clean beauty, and this is a rose oil, collagen, and hyaluronic acid. A lot of those, and a replenishing. I can never read this. This is, oh my gosh, crazy being able to read this. It's the Skin Ceremony. The hyaluronic acid and collagen together as a replenishing cream. It's better to use either a cream with your hands and fingers. I'm gonna take the jewelry off for just a second so I can kind of give you an idea. I'm gonna pull the hair back. Even like when you do like eye creams, like, and stuff like that, you want to make sure, you know, that you're paying really good attention to that area, because the skin around your eyes and around your mouth, they are very, very thin and very, very delicate, and these are areas you really, really want to be careful with. So whether you are applying a serum or even a dark circle eye cream, this is from Kio, and a lot of these things my daughter and I are finding like at Marshall's, and when you go to look it up on like on a search engine like Amazon, you're seeing, oh my gosh, I can't believe how expensive that is. Originally these things are kind of pricey. When you go and use like something like this, like, kind of like get a good, just like maybe 1, maybe 2 drops of it, and especially like on the neck. Somebody was wanting to know about this, like right in the neck area, not just on the face. It's a serum, so you're gonna see my hands kind of dragging a little bit, but with the cream it's gonna be different. It's just gonna be, you know, like smooth on there, really, really nice. When I do this with damp skin, it's a little bit easier. It's good to do your face care like after a bath or a shower or something like that, while your skin is a little bit damp. It just makes everything go on really, really nice. Just, you know, take your hands and kind of just right down through there and push into your jawline a little bit. Kind of helps the jawline a little bit. When you go to use an eye cream, and I even recommend with the directions on this that you take and use your fingertips on your pinky and kind of just dab it into that area. I'm going to be careful not to touch my area of my eyes with that serum right now. Since I have makeup on already, I don't want it to make my makeup separate, because that can happen. Just gently pat it in and you'll see the duskiness, you know, just go away. Make sure you pat it in, you know, and just very, very gently pat it in until you see the duskiness go away. It's kind of a little bit easier on the skin area to do that. Another thing that's really, really good for your skin is any kind of like rose oil. So like if you have like one of these, it's an essential oil. If you want to it smells so good, and you take it and just rub it like right over the skin and rub it into the area where you really want the best hydration. Like the eye area tends to look very, very dry sometimes. A good idea is to rub it into that area at night or whenever you, like before you go to bed, like especially before you go to bed, because that scent is just really, really nice. It's invigorating. It's just also very relaxing. Oils can be your best friend unless you have oily skin. If you have dry skin, be your best friend. Make sure you are choosing makeups that have the first ingredient as water. Make sure you are choosing makeups that have a little less on the glycerins. They just are not real good for that. Like these Wet n Wild foundations, and this is a dewy. I think the other one is a dewy as well. I'm not sure. Let me see here. No, it's just, you know, just a regular photo focus. It's a little bit deeper. This is in the Peach Natural. The one I've been using lately is this one. It is in Porcelain. When I use a dewy foundation, it's normally because my skin is very, very dry and it's, you know, just not behaving itself. You know, it just needs that surge of moisture. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my hair back down. In this day and age, it seems like people want tons of moisture in the skin, keeping it very, very fresh and very natural looking. And we're not looking for those dry faces from the 80s where you slap so much makeup on your face. You look like you've come from the mortician's table. I mean, they just, you know, slap makeup on people. I mean, because they're dead, you know, they want to make them look alive. My mouth gets very, very dry. Some of my allergies create a dry mouth. Some of my medications give me a dry mouth. When you're doing any kind of anything to your face and you have longer hair, make sure you are pulling your hair up to be able to deal with it so you don't get product in your hair. It's a lot easier. And if you are looking for a really, really good hyaluronic mask, there are several on the market. I find these is the Precision Beauty Skincare at Marshall's. When I do these, I do them maybe only 2, maybe 3 nights a week. When I'm in the shower, I use the L'Oreal. It's called the Ideal Clean. It is so amazing. It almost looks like a cream at first, but then once it hits the water in your skin, it foams up, and it's really, really beautiful. You want to make sure you have a proper cleanser for your skin type. That's a must, you know, especially if you are a makeup wearer. If you don't, you know, no big, you know, but if you want to take care of your skin, you know, might as well get something that's good for your skin. But I really like this. What I do in the shower is I use that L'Oreal Ideal Clean, and twice a week, you know, on nights, you know, that I need to like wash my hair or something. Those are the nights that I also, you know, prep my skin for a mask. I'll wash my face and then use a scrub. I use the one from St. Ives, and it's the pink lemon, I believe. The pink lemon and grapefruit. It's not the one that I usually use, but you know, if I need to go and get another scrub eventually, I'm just going to go right back to the avocado and honey. I mean, it has a very, very earthy smell. A lot of people find it a little off-putting, but you know, it's very, very nice, and it really does soften the skin. It's a nice product, and really does work the way people say it does. It's a nice product. Another thing that's good for your skin is not staying in the shower too long. And when you go to rinse your face in the morning, if you do that, you know, make sure you're using cool water or tepid water. Never ever use hot water on your face. It's very, very drying. And as soon as you jump out of the shower, the best thing to do is towel dry your face, like pat it dry, never rub, especially in those areas like around the mouth or the eyes. As soon as you dry your face off like that, put a little coat of the Sea Breeze or whatever it is you use to get whatever off your face, and then put on some kind of a moisturizer. But you know, it's kind of imperative to do it like right after, you know, a shower or something. That way your skin's still a little, you know, warm and damp from your shower. It's better to do that so it has proper time, you know, to settle into your skin, and you know, you can just, you know, rub the moisturizer the way you like it. It's better to rub downwards onto your neck and then onto your jawline. When you're rubbing anything into your face, make sure you're moving upwards. And when you do the upper part of the face, make sure you're pushing upwards, because that's where the furrow lines are. Crow's feet are usually out here. The best thing to do is really, really make sure this area gets a lot of attention with a filler, if you like to use them. I don't bother with them. I don't need them. But hey, those lips, if you need, they have several lip scrubs on the market, and I do not use a lip scrub, but occasionally I will just use the scrub that I have in the shower, just like around the perimeter of my lips, like right through here, and especially like right in the corners, because come winter time, you know, those corners of my lips get dry and cracked. I keep the bedside of my table the Blistex Hemp and Shea Hydration. And because I am starting to really like matte formula lipsticks, I used to absolutely hate them. I bought a new one recently. It's a matte. It's from Revlon. It's number 3 in Pick Me Up. It is kind of a teak rose kind of. We're almost like on the rose beige side. Really enjoy Revlon products. I mean, I know there are some people kind of like my sister. It's like, it's a woke product, and it's like, you know, I'm not gonna say it doesn't bug me. Maybe it does a little bit, but you know, hey, it's makeup. What's the big deal? But I come from a slightly political family, but hey, it is what it is. I'm starting to sound like my dad. Got 6. It's the way my dad is. Starting to become like that. And there's always life update, good news. There's always good news. I quit my job. Yay. I am so proud of myself. I've never felt so liberated in my life. I feel free of my job finally. Thank goodness. It just feels so good to be free of that stress. Stay away from the stress if you want your skin to look good. And believe me, if you want your makeup to look good, it's better, you know, to have a stress-free skin, stress-free body, you know, let's, you know, get back in there, you know, to balancing the chakra type of thing, like some people say. Let's just breathe. Be happy. It's that time. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon. Love you, and see you then.